top 40s, dance, Latin, country, pop, rock and roll, all at one station. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
I'm Bruce Tuff, principal of the Tuff Law Firm. We are a full-service law firm serving the greater Woodlands area and the greater Houston area. Contact us at 281-681-0808. We're tough for you.
Welcome to The Legal Fix, a new age radio show brought to you by the Tuff Law Firm. We're the toughest law firm in town with the toughest lawyers around answering your toughest legal questions.
Hey, welcome to The Legal Fix, a new age radio show brought to you by the Tuff Law Firm. We're the toughest law firm in town with the toughest lawyers around answering your toughest legal questions. Call our hotline at 936-900-2381. I'm your host, Big Deal Bruce Tuff, here with Boy Wonder, Brandon Riley, who can't get his headset plugged in, and super lawyer G.I. Jerome, Jeremy Hall. Welcome, gentlemen. How you doing?
Can we rename him?
Excellent.
Can we rename him?
Yeah, you can do it. What do you
James
want?
Bond.
James Bond? Oh,
Bond.
my God. Yeah.
James Bond.
We vote you, James Bond.
With his new look, G.I. Jerome, we now think he looks like Daniel
there he
Craig.
is.
There he is,
Oh,
right
yeah.
there.
A better
You are-
looking version.
Yeah,
Thank
better
you.
looking
I
than Daniel
appreciate that.
Craig. He's got
appreciate
that
that.
steely blue eyes. Look, give the James Bond look. Yeah, give it G.I. There you go.
gotta drop
Look
the
at
bottom
G.I.
lip a little.
Yeah, nope. You
Yeah,
got
there you go. Yeah.
You are on,
That's a
baby.
sad James Bond.
You got it.
That was
Yeah.
our sad
No
Lights
Time
movie
to Die. I
You-
know.
You're on the. Have you seen
No
the late? Have you
spoilers.
seen the new movie?
Yes.
How
It's-
is it?
It's excellent.
Were you,
You should
like
watch
super
it.
excited?
Yes.
Did
I'm a
that-
big James
Sad.
Bond fan.
Were you
Same.
talking like him and acting like him? That's why.
Absolutely.
That's why you got the haircut.
Yes.
He got the haircut. He got the look. He's carrying around this little plastic black gun all the time. He's like threatening to shoot
I'm
everybody.
glad I've
Orange
convinced
cap
everyone
on
it's
it, yeah.
plastic.
Yeah. Yeah. You.
stuff.
Hey, we got a special show for you today. You just get us three. All three of us. All of us. And it's going to be my favorite show because it has my two favorite guys
Two
on
favorite
it. Yeah,
people on it,
Yeah,
yes.
it's just going to be so much fun.
The
Nice.
Legal Fix.
You bet. So, guys, I thought I'd start off with a week in review. I'm going to tell you what I did because I've been busting my ass all week.
You actually
So
had to
first-
work this week?
I had to work. I had to do two depositions, countless. One, there's like last week was rocking. You know, we had two hearings in the morning, a hearing in the afternoon, and then you rocked two depositions, right? You
Yeah.
even remember that or not? Is that out of your mind?
Yeah, I'm trying to keep it out of my mind.
Okay, so that was, you were like in shell shock. Plus, you were doing a response to a summary judgment motion.
Two.
And I think we were up to midnight.
And all
2 or
three of
3
those
nights.
cases were set for trial this week and next week.
Yeah, that was a big one. So this is, I guess this is an easy week for you, right? You guys just goofed off?
Light
Yeah, I
work.
literally just played all week.
Okay, you did. Well, this is the fun time of the year, my most fun time of the year because I get to go to all these Christmas parties and all these holiday parties, and I'm really pissed off because I missed two on Tuesday.
Don't interrupt, Bruce.
But I
It's social
celebrated
calendar.
my father's 95th birthday on Tuesday, December 7th. So
Amazing.
Colson Tuff is defying gravity. We had a nice little party at the house, and he thoroughly enjoyed it. He was on his game. Got a lot of scotch gifts. We had Killen's barbecue and a bunch of his good
good stuff.
buddies, and we just tore it up. It was so fun, and it was really super exciting, and
Nice.
what a privilege and an honor to have a father who's still alive at 95, World War II veteran. Had his friend Bill Colby, who we've got to have Bill on the show. Bill Colby's got to be on the show. You won't believe
Deal.
this guy. He's 97, World War II vet.
Pacific Theater or
Like 9 bombing
European.
missions over Tokyo. 9 bomb. He's a navigator, And
That's amazing.
and he's the humblest guy. I said, I thought you had more missions than that, Bill. And he goes, well, I did, but we were shot down once, and we crash landed at the end of a runway once, and so he doesn't count those.
Wow.
Only the ones that he completed.
Only
and,
successful
yeah,
missions
and
count.
one of the engines blew out and had to turn around and come back, and I mean, just incredible. So we're going to have him on the show. We're going to have Bill Colby, World War II vet, on the show.
Is it Admiral Nimitz?
Yeah,
Admiral. So
Admiral
I went
Nimitz.
to that museum in Fredericksburg for
Right.
my birthday.
Oh.
Amazing.
Is it?
It is so amazing.
Oh,
And it
no, I've
covers
seen that. It's
all
right
the
on the
Pearl-
main street.
Yes.
It's on the main street, and it's next
We
to.
spent
yeah.
like 3 hours in there, and the whole time it was just more and more history that I did not realize I did not know.
Well, what was the most significant thing that you
Well,
found out
learning
about
about Nimitz and where he came from, because that used to be his family's home, where that museum
in
is.
Fredericksburg?
Right. That's where he's
Whoa.
from.
Okay.
Right.
Did Boy
And-
Wonder's approval rating just go up or down the fact that he went to a museum on his birthday?
I think it's up.
I think it's
that's
up,
like
too.
sky
It's-
high.
that's up for me.
He went to
do
Admiral
an IPO
Nimitz
now.
Museum on his birthday.
Well, it's really neat to see all that went on, and he was an amazing admiral, and he had a lot going for him. It was crazy to see all that went on for him in his life. But then they have the last known submarine that was sank from Pearl Harbor,
Okay.
the Japanese sub, the 2-man sub,
Right.
mini sub, whatever they're called. They have it there where you
Oh.
can touch it.
Oh, how big is it?
It's 30 foot long.
Where did they get it? Did they
I think
sink
it was.
it?
Well, I think it was sunk.
It was
and then
sunk.
it was
And then
pulled
they
out of the
recovered it.
ocean. They recovered it, and it's on display at this museum.
What about the two guys in it?
I think they're still in it.
Okay, good. I'm going to go see that. I have been to Fredericksburg. I love Fredericksburg. It's very cool.
It is
And it's a
neat.
fun town, and they got a bunch of wineries all the way around the place. You go to these wine tours, and it's incredible. And then they have live music every night in about 5 or 6 venues. Great food, great beverages.
It's a German town,
a lot of
right?
fun. Oh yeah,
Fredericksburg?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very much fun.
Anything with Berg in the back of it is definitely
German.
German.
So
German.
Nimitz, I'm trying to think. I knew a little bit about Nimitz. So he's born in Fredericksburg, right? That's where the family's from. And
Yes.
where did you know any other background history?
I don't
on
have
him?
much background on him. I know I was just this morning reading. There's a book out that was written long ago about Pearl Harbor and what happened.
Yeah.
And Nimitz was called by Franklin Roosevelt right after the attack in December, and was immediately put over the naval fleet and was sent to Pearl Harbor to figure out what to do next. And while everyone was in despair, all he could say is either the Japanese army is the worst mess ups in the history of military units, or God was protecting America. And so he completely changed the culture. Everyone thought, we're done for. We just got attacked by Japan, and we're already defeated. And all he could see was the positives of how they failed in what looked like a major defeat for us.
Right.
So it's really neat to see his leadership style in that, in the quotes that you get from those books about him and what he said about the attacks. Really interesting stuff. But I digress. I wasn't trying to steal the show.
Okay, no, wait.
You have a picture of you and the Honey Badger.
I do.
from
Yeah.
your
Well,
holiday
that was
party,
one of
right?
my holiday parties.
Yeah,
that was
I'm sorry
Monday.
I
Monday
went on a
night, Honey
tangent.
Badger and I went to a holiday party. There we are. Look at us right
She
there.
looks good.
Yeah, she does. She looks great. Honey Badger's going to love that right there. Yeah. It's hard to get her out at a party, but this one she dressed up for. Yeah, she
Bruce,
got
what
all.
is that face? you're
Yeah.
making?
I think he's doing the Grinch face.
I'm doing the Grinch face.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I was. Yeah, she really
What is she
dressed up.
doing?
She's looking
Yeah.
good there. Yeah, she's going. Don't take my picture. Yeah,
How
that's what
many
she does.
digits does that thing have? 2 or
Four-
3?
four. Yeah, 3. Yeah, that's so. Hey, Nimitz, the greatest, biggest naval battle in history. Nimitz was on it against the Japanese, where he
The Battle of
kicked
Midway?
kicked major ass. Yeah,
Is it Midway?
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Is that
Major
Nimitz
ass.
High School, or is that an unrelated name?
That's Nimitz High School.
It is. in
Yeah,
Houston.
sure, in Houston. You bet. So what we're gonna
He's
do?
kind of a big deal to you.
Yeah.
He's a super big deal. Super big deal. Saved our
Changed
country,
the course of
man.
human history.
Oh, no doubt. And maritime history and everything else. So it's just incredible. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to take a break. We're going to take a short break, but when we return, we're going to put up a little bit of our hot
Weekend
topics.
review, hot topics.
Hot topics.
Lots more to talk
Yeah.
about. We've got
We're-
an appeal in the making.
Yeah.
Just got the transcripts back we need to discuss.
Ooh.
practice purposes.
I'm going to talk about depositions
Nice.
because that's what I was doing the majority
Objection
of this
form.
week. Yeah, objection form,
Objection form.
non-responsive, and we're going to do a little bit about deposition. If you never had your deposition taken, don't ever do it. Okay, but if you do have a deposition that you have to attend, or is going to be you're going to be deposed, we're going to tell you all the secrets about how to answer deposition questions.
I don't recall.
All right, so we'll be right back. Hey, let's talk about Jussie Smollett trial.
Oh,
Our
we'll
boy
get to him
wonder.
too, yeah.
I'm going to throw you hot topics when we start off at our
Okay.
second break, and we're going to
Okay.
go through all the hot topics. This week is just burning up with stuff.
Yeah, I
I
have to
mean,
be
the
careful.
Russians are about ready to invade
Ukraine.
Ukraine.
Yeah.
The Jussie Smollett trial came in. He
Juicy
got
J.
convicted on
Juicy J.
he got five of 6 counts. Oh my God, he got slapped down, baby. All right,
Sound
we're going to
good.
answer your toughest legal questions as well. So call our hotline at 936-900-2381. We'll be right back.
I'm Bruce Tuff, principal of the Tuff Law Firm. We are a full-service law firm serving the greater Woodlands area and the greater Houston area. Contact us at 281-681-0808. We're tough for you.
All right, welcome back to the Legal Fix, and we're gonna.
Did you forget the name of the show?
I almost did. I said, you know what I was going to say?
Tough Law Firm. Welcome
yeah, I was
back to
gonna
the
say,
Tough Law
welcome
Firm.
back to the Tough Law Firm.
TLF.
I mean,
TLF.
I'm a little rattled. You know, I had a
Definitely not
I had a
beverage.
I had a fun little dinner party last night, so I'm a little, you know. And after 2 days of depositions,
Actually having to
12
work is
hours,
tough,
12
isn't it?
hours. Yeah, yeah. How did you like yours? I
didn't
Just
like
think
it.
back. Think
I didn't
back on
like it. It's
Yeah.
not fun.
Well, you were on video, right, BW? Not to jump right into
Yeah.
depositions. You were on video. Bruce, were you on video, or were you in there in
I'm
person
in live.
battling it
I
out?
don't
Yeah.
like. I don't
I
like.
don't-
Zoom
well, I don't either.
Depositions.
Cruella
That's like a
DeVille's
baby.
over there
That's
just-
a baby way of doing it. I'm like I'm face to face. I'm on it. We were in a law firm, and they said you have to wear your mask, and everybody's putting their diaper on their face, and I'm going, I ain't doing that. And they said, no,
stenographer
no, that
loved
lawyer's
that.
going to get mad at you. And I said, so you sue me, okay? Yeah.
That makes it hard for the court reporter or stenographer. Or,
Yeah,
Yeah.
when you're talking like, really, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
very
so,
hard to transcribe.
So, anyways,
So-
quickly about depositions.
Depositions.
Let me give you some
the
advice.
rundown you give to every client.
Okay, when you're getting deposed, it's a out-of-court proceeding that is going to be used in court. It is transcribed by a court reporter, and the lawyers get to ask you questions as if you were in court, and that everything that you say will be used against you. And that's the whole proceeding. It's a fact-finding
Fishing expedition.
Yeah, fishing expedition. It's fact-finding to develop find out about what the claim is from the plaintiff or the defenses of the defendant. And I always advise my clients, if you don't know the answer, just say you don't know. If you don't recall, you don't recall.
what about if you don't want to come at all? Do you have to?
You have to come.
You do.
Yes. If you're noticed and served and you're within the 100-mile radius, and if you're a party, you certainly have to
If you're a
attend.
party
Is
to
it?
the
Is
case.
it?
Yeah.
I don't
but
think
if
it's
you're
the
a
100
witness, you don't have to.
The bulge rule doesn't apply in Texas. I think it's
Oh, it doesn't?
150.
Oh,
I think it's
150.
150 in
Okay.
Texas because
Yeah.
we're bigger.
It is. That's true.
You know, 100 miles will cover a lot of areas in the Northeast, but here,
Yeah, here would be
100
more,
doesn't
150,
necessarily
right.
get you where you're trying to go.
Now that's your subpoena power for a witness if
Right.
you're compelling a witness. But if you've got an expert witness and you are the attorney who is relying on that expert witness, then the other side has the right to take the deposition of that expert witness, or you have to provide a report. So there's all kinds of tricky little rules that us attorneys know, and we're constantly dealing with those. Even if doing this for a long time, the rules change, and you've got to refresh on the rules. But I will tell you
Well,
this:
it's like
no
change-
one likes their deposition taken.
No, it's like the hospital. I won't name the hospital system, but they filed a motion for protective order to try to avoid being deposed about the reasonableness of their own bill.
On their own bill that they need to provide to us so that we can get payment on their own bill.
On their behalf.
And they want
We're
a protective
working for
order.
free at
No,
that
we don't
point.
want to show up and talk about our bill. We just don't do that.
We're afraid how that other attorney will cross-examine our
Correct.
billing
Yeah.
expert.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, maybe you should lower your bill then.
Yeah. So I've taken hundreds of depositions, and they're always different. They're always interesting. I actually enjoy taking depositions, but it wears you out. We'll tell you that after
How
preparing
long do you
to
have
do it.
to sit for?
Well, 6 hours.
Straight?
Yeah, 6 hours. If you're being deposed, the rules allow the party that's being deposed a 6 hour. Now, there used to be no time limit. Now there's a time limit. So these are new rules that came in. I say new for me, but there was no time limit. Finally, the Supreme Court passed rules and shortening the time
Regulating
limits,
it.
which are similar to federal
But it's
court.
6 hours on tape, so every break doesn't count.
No.
And they keep a running tally of it every single second. So it's 6 hours of legitimate question and answer session.
Oh, it is, yeah, and it's timed. And we had a videographer who did the video taping of the deposition, as well as a stenographer who was transcribing everything that's said. And I will tell you, the guy was deposing. He didn't know anything. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't know. What did you do to prepare for the deposition? I don't know.
Objection form.
Yeah, it was just crazy stuff. Yeah.
So how do you get around something like that? Evasive answers.
I tell them that we're going to trial in 3.5 weeks, and if you don't know now, I wouldn't expect you to know then. But if you show up at trial and your attorney starts asking you the same question that I asked you, and you all of a sudden the amnesia has lifted, and now you know all the answers, I'm going to have a big problem with it, and I'll just play the whole tape of I don't know, the whole montage of I don't know. So
You did say objection non-responsive, though, right?
I didn't. I did not object to non-responsive. If he didn't know, he didn't know.
Laying the trap.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't know. So I guess when he comes back and says that you could object as non-responsive. Yeah, even though, but the documents that we did provide him, or his attorney provided him, he all of a sudden said, "Oh yeah, I know all about that." He has this whole fact, basis, and the guy's doing secret recordings and stuff. It's just crazy.
Is he a peeping Tom?
Yeah, he somehow has to record everybody. Yeah. So he's just that kind of guy, He's just got to do a little creepy.
He's a diddler.
Yeah, he's a diddler.
It's a lack of self-confidence, I think, because you always need somebody else's opinion on what went down
Yes.
because you're not confident in your own opinion on
Right,
what's going on.
right,
You need to
yeah.
record it and then ask somebody else what happened.
Or if you're like me and you can't remember anything.
Yeah.
Well, okay, let's do a little bit of hot topics. Tee us up for some hot topics, Boy
Well,
Wonder.
I've got one for you.
What is it?
Is the current Ukraine crisis a Franz Ferdinand moment? We've cracked jokes about what does World War III look like? Do we send out the Instagram influencers to save the day, or what do we do, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Who's going to follow behind them?
They're not going to be as held in as high regard as they are now.
That's
Because
right.
being an influencer doesn't do you any good in a war.
Yeah,
No,
does
I don't
not.
think.
Doesn't do
I
a
don't- I
damn
think you're
good-
right.
Damn,
No.
damn thing.
No,
Yeah.
but and so there's a fight breaking out, or at least a Cold War breaking out between Ukraine and Russia as it relates to the Crimean Peninsula and that area, because
Right.
it's a shipping channel. So it always comes back down to how do we get our food and oil through these ports? And Russia doesn't have any freshwater ports apart from that Crimean Peninsula. And so it's critical for them to have that freshwater port during wintertime, because when it gets cold enough, the rest of their ports are closed off from snow or ice. So they have to have that section, and they've for centuries fought about it. And now we're at the point where Russia is saying the U.S. better not interfere or put any more forward-moving troops in NATO for defensive measures, or with NATO into the Ukraine. And Biden is saying we'll go to war with you if you keep jacking with the Ukraine. So
He didn't say we're going to war.
Economic
he would
war.
Never,
He said that
he
it-
would never
Economic
go to
sanctions.
war. Are you kidding me?
let me quote him. It was polite, but I made it very clear. If in fact he invades Ukraine, there will be severe consequences.
Okay,
severe consequences.
Severe. I'm going to
Economic consequences
severe.
like you've never seen. I'm absolutely confident he got the message.
Oh my God.
Meghan McCain
my
has been
God.
saying that every president in the last 2 decades has been too soft on Russia, including the Bush's Republican presidents.
Right.
has been too soft on Vladimir Putin, and this is what you get when you don't stand up to him. I'm not exactly sure what we should or could have done to stand up to him before now, but she made the point it's a little bit silly that we're negotiating another sovereign nation's borders with another nation, a third party, without them even being at the table. We're talking to Vladimir Putin about what we're going to do about the Ukraine. The Ukraine's their own country.
That's right. Yeah, we have a lot of influence because we give them a ton of money. And we should probably just send Hunter Biden in.
Yeah,
He could strike a deal. It looks like he, it turns out he might be friends with Tucker Carlson. Did you know that? There are email correspondence showing that he actually wrote a letter of recommendation for Tucker Carlson's son to get into college.
Hunter Biden, good job.
It blew my mind. I
he's an
didn't think
artist
for a
now.
second.
You know he's an artist.
A Parmesan cheese model?
Yeah, he is.
NFTs?
So send him, Hunter Biden just what you ought to do is send him over there with his crack pipe and start dealing with the Russians. Okay.
maybe it'd calm Vladimir Putin down a little bit.
Yeah, he could. He could come up, get Vlad together with him. That's what they should do.
So other big news. The
Wait, I'm on a
Supreme
roll.
Court-
I'm on a
no,
roll.
No,
Don't-
no,
I
the
don't want-
Supreme
don't
Court. I'm
break-
trying to- I'm
don't
trying to
break
pull
your
him back
train
in.
of thought.
Okay, I've
Okay,
got something for you.
okay,
This upsets me.
I-
Titleist has banned allowing you to customize their golf balls to say "Let's go, Brandon." Why is everyone hating on me? What did I do? Why can't I be celebrated?
Titleist.
That's Brandon Creighton's campaign slogan.
I'm not
Let's
using
go,
another
Brandon.
Titleist golf ball.
But they're
now.
the
I'm gonna
best. They
throw 'em
have
away.
the patent on the perfect dimpled golf ball.
Yeah.
The Titleist Pro V1
Is
and
that
the
your
Pro V1
Pro
X.
V1s are your favorite?
Just use the
most favorite?
tailor-made Penta.
Yeah.
The Santa
That's a good,
Maria.
that's a good
true.
substitute.
That's right.
It's
Hey,
the
what I
8-layer
forgot,
ball.
I was going to mention is I just you've got to comment on this boy wonder, Chris Como. Chris Como got sacked big time,
He got
baby.
put in a
yeah,
Cuomo.
he got
can't wait to see that
and
lawsuit.
I've been waiting for him to go down for a long time.
Yeah.
You know, I watch Fox News and I watch CNN, and I like to
Read
see
both,
the
yeah.
I like
See
to
the
see the
contrast.
contrast. I got to see what the opposition
Neither
is
of
doing.
them are
So-
telling you the truth anyway.
Right. Everything is opinion based,
And they're
I have
reporting
no-
on each other.
Yeah, I have no
Right.
faith in news anymore. By the
No.
way, I have journalists are
Zero.
crap. They are. They're just no integrity whatsoever. All
Yeah.
opinion based.
Lawyers went up a notch because they went
Yeah.
down.
Oh yeah,
We're
They're-
lawyers,
look,
by the way, folks
hey,
at home, not journalists.
Yeah, yeah. The journalists are now down there with the congressman. Okay, so it's, yeah, they're in the cellar.
Yeah.
Well,
And
which
so-
Cuomo are we talking about
We're
here?
talking
'Cause
about
one
Chris.
is
Baby
an
brother.
elected
We're talking
official.
Baby
about,
brother. Well,
Fredo.
And then another one.
formerly elected.
Okay.
Yeah, we're talking about Fredo Como.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's
and,
the news reporter one.
Yeah, he's the
Yes.
news reporter, and he is, he's the one that faked his COVID and came out of his basement, and he, had a shouting match with a guy in a bar, and this guy was just going to crush his ass, and he acts like he's a
Bruce's,
big
yeah,
dude. I can't
vendetta.
touch you because I'm on the news.
I'm a
I don't want to
public
hurt my
figure.
face. So then also he was helping
wrong.
his brother Mario Como, why he's a news reporter, saying, "Here, I'll cover for you, and I'm going to get cover for flack."
He's
And
advising him.
all those girls that you were diddling with, we're just going to take them out, okay? So
crush him.
Chris Como covered for his big bro,
Yeah.
and then finally the Attorney General of New York showed the video and in all the documents that they uncovered and all the text messages between Chris Como and Mario, the governor of New York, and just crushed him.
Well,
and they could say
it's worse
he's-
still.
yeah.
CNN knew about it. Project Veritas
CNN
has
sucks.
videos of CNN producers discussing it back in February.
Oh yeah.
So they knew all along.
That
It
place
just finally
is-
came out, and they had to release him. But I can't wait to see his lawsuit against them. That'll be exciting.
Oh,
and
good. I'd like
in
to
other
see that.
news, because it all segues back to itself in a circular pattern. Don Lemon messages have come out with him and Jesse.
Juicy.
Juicy.
Oh, Juicy.
Yeah.
Juicy
Juicy
Smollett.
Yeah. I think Don Lemon and Kamala Harris came out and said, racist attack. Oh, wait, not so fast. Sorry about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Dave-
everybody
Dave
did.
called it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a whole list. I was reading last night.
Kamala was
articles.
big time on that.
Kamala,
Yeah, the Big Bang
Joe
Theory
Biden, AOCD,
Right.
a lot of these elected
Yes.
officials.
Yeah.
They tweeted, and
Source.
you can't really blame them because if the attack was legit, it would have been something to condemn.
Oh,
Right?
absolutely.
But
Absolutely. Well, that's the reason that he was prosecuted, though, is because there are real issues where people are attacked based on or hate crimes are committed, and you're diverting resources from the police department, from taxpayer money, to investigate a foe.
Yeah.
a hoax.
Right.
Whereas there are other people that might actually need that investigation to be conducted.
I want to lean in on that real quick. The original prosecution, 2019, it didn't go through because the prosecutor recused herself and then appointed her second in command. You guys familiar with that?
Yes.
Sure,
Yes.
yeah.
Appointed her second in command, and
She
that was
in
Anish
cahoots
Nesh.
with them
Right.
too. Yeah.
What was she supposed to do there?
Well, and
What's the procedure?
you actually have, I think you have to refer it to the Attorney General of the state, or it has to go above them and get a special prosecutor from the DA, or from the U.S. government.
She got an ethics opinion that they needed a special prosecutor. She wasn't just allowed to step aside and refer it to someone else in her office. And they actually wrote an order for the judge to appoint a special prosecutor, and then they huddled up and said, nah, we're not going to do that. Let's just kick it down to this guy and let him do it. And then they cut a deal with Juicy J, and he got off the hook, and somebody else found out about it. And I'm really interested in how this worked. A visiting judge found it and then convinced another judge who had jurisdiction to look at it, and then he brought it back up, and that's what led to the case that resulted in the verdict this week that made headlines.
I mean, it's pathetic that happens. I mean, that's what pay-to-play justice looks like.
That is a long road to justice. It was. I mean, it's hard for us to even understand, reading it as lawyers, what happened there, how we got to this point.
It's one of those swept under the rug moments.
What was the result? There were 6 counts. He was convicted.
He was convicted on 5 felonies.
Five felonies.
5
felonies. I
So
thought these were all
realistically,
misdemeanors.
no, they're a form of felony, and I wouldn't. It's a lower level felony, but it's a false report to the police. But
I think
it was
3
5 instances.
3 years per minimum. Per
3 years
2
per.
per.
Yeah,
But
per.
the judge has the right to sentence him in concurring.
Concurrent.
Okay.
So you could end up with a 2-year, and he could get out on time served earlier than that.
I think he's going to jail. It's
And the
jail time.
prosecution
His
saying he
attorneys
lied on the
For
stand. It's
Juicy.
it's even
it's gonna
worse.
Be, yeah, Juicy.
Well, and they're appealing
Oh, he
it.
lied. He lied big time. Man.
And they're-
man, oh,
well, they're
man.
gonna
You could see
appeal it
right
to
through
the-
it. Do you like the way they all arm lock when they march into the... They're all arm locked when they march in, and everybody has their sunglasses on. Jussie always had his sunglasses on.
I didn't
He's kind
see
of like
that.
copying
I
us.
didn't
Yeah,
watch
he's
it,
copying
yeah.
us like the Legal Fix. He must have been watching
He must
the
have watched the
episode.
Legal
Yeah,
Fix.
he did. And
Man.
he says sunglasses are cool, so he puts his sunglasses
All
on.
right, well, we'll give you that.
The brothers testifying against him was the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, well, those
How
guys
do you
were
overcome
credible.
that?
They were
You-
credible, and they're
Right.
beasts.
Yeah.
You see those guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their size made them credible.
I mean, the guys, he's got biceps like me, man.
yeah, they're huge. They're huge. Yeah. What incentive would those guys have had to make that story up that they
It's
beat
just
him
ridiculous.
up for money? Because wouldn't that make them look terrible?
Well, they had the money to show it. I mean, the timeline that they
Well, that was just for a
testified to,
workout, right? It was just for a nutrition plan, $3,500.
They were going to be his security guards. He was training them to be security guards.
Right.
And I don't know what to say. I think that justice was served in this case, though.
You know who has the funniest
Realistically.
bit on the Juicy Smollett is the Hodge Twins. They are so funny.
Oh, okay.
The Hodge Twins. If you ever have a chance to watch the Hodge Twins, they are hilarious, and they do the whole deal on Jussie, and they dissect the whole thing. Like, who the hell goes out for a Subway sandwich at 3 a.m?
During
Yeah,
the
wearing a
winter
MAGA
vortex.
hat. Yeah, in Chicago.
It's
Subway's
it's
closed.
9 degrees and it's blowing snow, and these guys are rolling around their MAGA hats.
Miserable
If he was in
conditions.
Texas and it was at a Whataburger, I would absolutely believe him, and I would feel sorry for him
Yeah.
immediately.
Oh man,
It was
There'd
the
be
wrong
no
scene.
question.
Juicy picked the wrong scene.
Yeah, he should have came to a southern state with a 24-hour restaurant,
Right.
and he could have gotten away
Well,
with
and
it.
then the whole thing was supposed to be set up to be on security surveillance. Did they ever get any footage?
No, the camera was turned the wrong direction. The cop actually testified
that would have been so perfect.
Wow.
Smollett was upset that the camera didn't catch what happened when the cop said that the camera was facing the other direction.
Now that's some good acting right there. If he says he's upset that the camera didn't catch it,
Yeah,
because if we had the footage, then we would know what happened.
And if you don't know who he is, he's an actor on the
Empire.
the
He
program
was.
Empire. He was.
I think they removed him.
Anyone hires that guy is, okay. All right. So
Other big news:
I
the
interrupted
Supreme
you.
Court
Yeah, yes,
of the
sir.
United States has upheld the abortion ban that Texas has recently filed.
We're back to law stuff. Oh, cool.
Yeah,
All
so realistically, there are plenty more arguments to be made, and this was a procedural upholding of the law. This was not on the merits.
Just
so
a procedural. Roe v. Wade. It's going to be challenged.
It's going to come back up.
It's going to have to come figure
Multiple
this out.
states have
11
passed what
states,
we call
11,
the
I think.
heartbeat
Yeah.
law.
Yep.
And so it's going to come back up to the Supreme Court, and it's going to be a Roe v. Wade moment. And whether stare decisis holds, or whether or not science has updated us on what the law should be.
I hope
we'll
somebody's
find out.
working on what happens to these kids that the mothers don't want. Because if we're going to say that you have to keep them, which I don't think is a bad thing, but what happens to them? Are they raised in homes where they're not wanted or they're neglected? Or are we working on a solution to take care of these kids? That's what I want to see.
This has got to
That would
be.
be nice.
This,
I think that's an excellent
We
point,
should have
Jeremy.
a whole show on Roe v. Wade and the abortion ban and the heartbeat law, because it is the most polarizing, controversial topic it is. It's about do women have the right to choose and control their own body? As three guys, think of this. As three guys, if someone said to you, okay, you can't do something, just think of that.
Yeah, I wouldn't like it.
Yeah,
I would not
I
like
wouldn't
it.
like it either. What if they said to you, boy, Runner, you can't have sex anymore?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you can't have a mullet.
Yeah, you can't have a mullet. Would
Dude,
you like that?
no way.
You
It
would
can't
be
control your
frustrating.
own hair.
It
Yeah.
would be frustrating.
Yeah, I
They're
bet it
actually
would.
doing that in El Paso. There's the Friar Tuck bangs that are cut up short. They're not allowing students to wear those
The
haircuts
salute
anymore.
cut?
Hey,
Yes.
Magnolia School District has been through this too. They go, hey, you
They're
can't wear
banning
your hair
haircuts.
long. Oh, wait, how come girls can wear their hair long and guys can't wear their? You silly! It's
That is silly.
Hey,
Yeah,
look,
that's
top
silly.
Not
You
as
see
a lot.
Carlos? Carlos is going,
is
yeah,
like,
man.
yeah, they
Yeah.
made
I
me
wanna
cut
rock
my
that.
hair for
I'm
my.
rocking the. I want to.
He was like, man, they made me
cut.
cut my hair for my
flow.
citizenship test.
Yes, that's BS. That's BS, Carlos. We're not going to let them do that.
No,
okay?
no.
You can wear your hair any way you want.
It's
Come on,
gender
get over
norms. I
that.
think they're antiquated. We don't need to have different haircut rules for guys and girls.
I'll tell you a funny thing. I'm on the school board, and I was touring one of the high schools in CISD, and they asked me, hey, what do you think about the high schools? I said, hey, I want to know why all the girls are dressed like sluts and the guys are sagging their pants. I mean, don't we have a policy on
That's
dress
something
code?
maybe we
I
should
said,
clean up.
I said, for the next time the dress code policy comes to me, I'm going to vote against it because we don't enforce it. And
Yes.
then the next day they sent 75 kids home on referrals, and they said, yeah, call Bruce Tuff,
Bruce
the
Tuff's
trustee.
fault.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bruce
Good
Tuff's
job,
fault.
Bruce.
It
That a
was-
boy.
Oh yeah, I was on that.
Gotta
I
fix
was
that
on
before Remy
Those
gets
were
there.
fun days, by the way. They wanted me. They were. Oh, I
You were
was
causing a lot of
I
trouble.
was- I bet. Yeah, it was crazy. Hey, so what else? You want to quickly? We got to go.
Yeah.
We're about ready to run out.
We've got
What do
a
you
brand new appeal coming up.
Yeah,
We got
okay.
the transcripts in. And of course, the moment I give them to Jerome, the first thing he does is runs to his cross exam.
Did he? Oh, and he just loved it.
Reads
yeah,
his
reads
own-
his
yeah.
blistering cross examination.
This is where G.I. Jerome, the name G.I. Jerome came from.
One of the most
cross-exam.
renowned neurologists in the
world.
city of Houston,
world.
in the world, gets a blistering cross-exam while he's at his desk. He's sitting at his desk in his house in River Oaks, and G.I. Jerome just flattens him.
It was brutal.
It
enjoyed
was
reading
the
that
most
back.
brutal, and we actually rehearsed it. We were going through it, and I
beautiful.
said, G.I., you got to be prepared for this guy. You know, this guy's a tough cookie. You're going to have a hard time cracking him. That guy, his head
it
was
crumbled.
melting.
The cookie
Yeah.
crumbled.
Yeah.
The cookie crumbled.
Well,
That was
I
beautiful.
I owe it to you guys for the prep because it's hard to try to be smarter than a neuropsychologist in his own field with a
Right.
weekend's worth of study. But we
Yeah.
we teamed up and we did a pretty
He
good
didn't
job.
even know some of
Yeah.
the words you were using. That was so cool.
I was sounding
we got
them out.
And we got the Christmas present of a lifetime in a guaranteed opportunity to win the appeal.
Yeah,
Wow.
I know. We
Yes,
did. We
more
did.
to
we
come
got
on
a,
that.
We got
A biased juror let
a biased
into the
juror
jury
snuck
pool.
in on our jury pool.
Snuck in.
We
Although-
usually
yeah.
we usually win all our cases really big. This one we won, and we didn't win it as
Not
big as we
we
thought.
wanted.
Yeah, it
we
wasn't
wanted.
as big, and so I knew something was rotten. Yeah,
Yeah.
we got it. Yeah, we had a jury who polluted our
Hello.
jury pool.
Yeah.
Whoa! Yeah.
We get to see that.
Okay.
And then we have the,
The
brain
gobbler.
trust, the badge, and the eraser. They have to figure out, can we
That's
appeal
right.
a case that
Yeah.
we won?
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
they said yes.
Oh, yeah. The honey badger. Oh,
It's
my
like-
God.
it's like
She's like a buzzsaw.
Yeah.
Okay. She's going to tear it up.
She is.
Yeah. She's one of our most potent weapons.
She is. I'm glad we have
She's a
her.
secret weapon.
Yeah, but you can't piss her off because she won't work on your case.
Well,
so
hopefully
that's,
she didn't watch this episode.
Yeah, oh God, we're in trouble.
At least the
We're
first
to
part.
burn it. Yes. Okay, I'm going to thank everybody for tuning into the Legal Fix, brought to you
Legal
by the
Fix.
Tough Law Firm. Hey, please call us if you have a legal question at 281-681-0808. Visit our website toughlawfirm.net or ask a question in the comment below. To get the latest legal fix, please subscribe to our YouTube channel or connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And you can watch past episodes and highlights at toughlawfirm.net/thelegalfix.
The Legal
I'm
Fix.
the big
Fix.
deal Bruce Tuff for Boy Wonder, Brandon Riley, and super lawyer G.I. Jerome, Jeremy Hall. We'll see you next Friday at noon on The Legal Fix.
I'm Bruce Tuff, principal of the Tuff Law Firm. We are a full-service law firm serving the greater Woodlands area and the greater Houston area. Contact us at 281-681-0808. We're tough for you.
Celebrate the joy of the season at Moody Gardens. Enjoy Holiday in the Gardens with Festival of Lights, holiday 3D films, Rudolph 4D, Arctic Slide, fabulous food, and more. Save big on value days and great packages at the Moody Gardens Hotel. Santa parachutes in opening day November 20th. Online always, the best deals are at moodygardens.org.